What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to some more Warzone. So in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about which is the best AR in Warzone in regards to the TTK and which is best when managing the recoil. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the notifications bell for when I'm uploading future content. With that, let's get straight into it.
Okay, so the guns that we're going to be talking about today is the Em2, the AK Cold War, the C58, the AMAX, and the Farah, which I feel are the sort of top tier weapons that people are going to be using in Warzone. Now, we're going to go over some loadouts a little bit later, but we're also going to go over the TTKs, and I'm going to show you guys the recoil patterns, and then you're going to be pretty shocked which has the least recoil. I was pretty surprised when I did the testing. So let's go over to Plunder and I'll show you guys the results that I got.
So all of the ARs have 30 rounds in them, so I'm going with the EM2 first. The long range TTK is 679, one headshot TTK is 679, so you don't get a bonus for getting a headshot. Now that recoil is pretty ridiculous considering it was only 30 rounds that I had in it. It's quite hard to manage. I would definitely recommend you get this reticle. It really helps you with the visual recoil. Let's have a look at the AK-47. So the AK-47 goes straight up with a slight kink to the right. It has a TTK of 700 and you don't get any benefits for getting a headshot in the mix. That's 700 as well. And you can see that it bounces around slightly when I'm trying to group the bullets together. But I think that's kind of more for sort of a sniper support weapon because it's got a really good TTK. C58 literally goes straight up with a slight sort of bend to the left. The TTK is 764, one headshot TTK gives you a bonus of 655, so try and aim for the head with the C58 if you guys can. But you just saw there, like, you literally can manage the recoil so easily. The AMAX, I was really surprised about this, that it actually had the shortest vertical recoil out of all of the guns. But there's so much bounce in between each shot that's fired that it just kind of makes it a little bit harder to manage the recoil, as you'll see here. You can't really group it up as well. So for those longer distances, I think the C58 is the winner so far. But I thought I'd bring the Farah in as well because it has a TTK of 684 at distance. And a headshot TTK doesn't change, it's 684, but you can see here it's still an absolute laser. And with a TTK of 684, without having to get a headshot in the mix, this is still a pretty competitive weapon and it's got absolutely no recoil. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to show you a side-by-side of the C58 managing the recoil at distance and the Farah managing that at distance with a target, so you guys can kind of see which one is better for recoil. But I mean, my preference is the C58. I absolutely love the C58. But let's have a look at the target. So this is at 50 meters with the C58. And you can see there was a bit of bounce to the left. I had to kind of recorrect it. And then let's look at the Farah. It sort of goes to go up a little bit and I'm trying to manage it, but I think the last sort of 10 bullets were more accurate there with the Farah than it was with the C58. Let's have a look at the targets. So this is where the C58, see there's a couple of bullets there that missed, and then we've got the target on the left which was for the Farah. And there's a couple of bullets up there. Let's put some other targets up here a little bit and let's do it from 100 meters. And then let's see. So this is with the C58. And you can see the first couple of bullets I kind of miss a little bit, but then I'm easily sort of managing that recoil at 100 meters. So the C58 is still pretty good, even though it had a nerf on the recoil. And this is the Farah. Now for me, the fire rate is just a little bit too fast. So it kind of sort of bounces around a little bit. The bounce on the C58 just is so much easier to manage for me anyway. I really like the C58. But surprisingly enough, the Farah actually has the better TTK at that range, unless you get a headshot in the mix, and then the C58 is better. But you can see there on the right hand side the Farah sort of missed shots a little bit more than the C58. I managed to kind of group them up quite nicely there. So let's go and have a look at some loadouts for you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each loadout because they're all the same. You can mirror them for each gun that you're using, apart from the AMAX. So you want to use the last muzzle, which is a GRU suppressor, the last barrel, the Axle 3 arms, and the reticle that I'm using to help me manage the recoil is the green dot. Because the crosshairs don't go to the end of the optic, it really helps you out with the visual recoil. And this green dot just helps you to kind of center back onto the targets when you lose your aim. And then we're using the Speznek grip or the field agent grip on the other weapons for the horizontal and the vertical recoil. And then I'm using the 45 round mag. I'm not using the Speznek 60 round mag or on the other weapons you've got another one as well, purely because it really penalizes you on aim down sight time. So you're gonna have to try and rock it with the 45 rounds. Obviously, you know, if you're in sort of trios or quads, and you guys might want to kind of swap that out for a bigger one, but then just make sure that, you know, when you're getting into gunfights that you're going to be getting your SMG out. Otherwise you will get caught out if you have got a bigger mag on. And then with the AMAX, everyone probably knows this, it's the monolithic suppressor, the Zodiac, the VLK, the Commando foregrip, and the 45 round mag. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give it a thumbs down, but then let me know in the comments the reason why, so that then I can make better content for you guys in the future. Until next time guys, stay blessed, take care.